Hello, and welcome to the stream. I am Ade, I am melting, I'm the veteran arcade soldier. Welcome to the channel. Oh, and lovely to see a few people in the chat already, but let's just get the introductions out of the way. My name is Ade, I'm the veteran arcade soldier. This is my channel, and we're here to do a live watch along of a big game, round 3. In the first round, well, third game, should I say, in the first round of this year's World Cup. And we're here to watch Ecuador versus Germany. So that's what it's all about. Looking in the chat, I can see the main man, King Arthur, doing his thing, his regal royal highness in the chat. And a man like CMB, Cameron, how are you doing? Hey, and McMauler, my guy, what is going on? Loads of people in the chat already. This is what we love to see. And honestly, guys, I am absolutely melting. It is just sensationally hot in the UK. So, yeah. Woo! Yes, Arthur, how you doing, my bro? You good? Hope you're well. Hey, McMauler, what is the temperature where you are? Because over here in the UK, we are not accustomed to the heat. We are living in like 34 degrees, but probably unlike your part of the world, you have air conditioning in every building, every room. We have nothing. So we are just literally just surviving. It is crazy. But glad to hear your fab, Arthur. Really, really good, mate. Really, really good. Hope you had a great day. And yeah, there you go. Mauler, you want to see the Van Dijk? Not today, man. Maybe on the weekends, be a bit cooler. I'll have to clean off the Van Dijk and I'll bring it back on Saturday, I think. I can't remember which games, but I think there's... France tomorrow. That's the game. I'll bring back Van Dijk tomorrow. France versus Norway. Massive game between the two hotshots. Mbappe and Haaland. So, yeah, it's going to be good. But let me know about your the temperature in your country, man. Let me know. So, McMauler said in 44 Celsius. Wow, that is crazy, bro. Crazy. And do you have nap time over there as well? Do they obviously slow things down about 2-3 p.m. in the afternoon? Or, you know, does the country just have a little break around that time? But yeah, all good, all good. Anyway, hope you're good as well, bro. Arthur, you're great, so that's good. And Cameron, hope you're well as well. Oh, you don't have aircon? Jesus. Wow, it must be difficult, man. It must be very difficult. Right, but let me ask you guys. Here, usually 40 plus. Yeah, well, you know, in Saudi area, that's standard living, right? Standard temperature. And imagine if I lived over there, how dark would I get? My God, I'd be dark. I'll be like, see that there? I'll be like that. Arthur says, as the current draw is in the World Cup, we're playing Cape Verde in the round of... Is that right, Arthur? We will take that, my bro. We will take that. We'll probably scrape by on penalties, though, because nobody beats Cape Verde. But yeah. But I've got an early question for you guys. What do you notice... if everything stayed the same? Yeah, well, obviously, I know what you mean. Obviously, it probably won't do, will it? It will change last minute or after the last round. But question for you. Right, let me know. But in Sri Lanka, 32 degrees as usual. England. Oh, okay, fair enough. But yeah, maybe it's probably a little bit cooler there because you're gonna have less tall buildings and, you know, less. The way England is, England just absorbs the heat because we've got so much concrete and crap here. Whereas over there, you're going to have more low-level buildings in Sri Lanka, etc. I would imagine. Right, let me stop the chat a sec. Who noticed? Tell me the first person. What do you notice that is new to the channel? Let me know. Go! What do you notice? What do you notice? First one to type it in the chat. Go, go, go. McMauler says early of this year or 2024, it was, what? 52 to 56? Jeez. People must have just been struggling massively. I'm still waiting. Who's going to notice? What's new? What's new? Come on, come on, come on. Let me know. Hey. There you go, man. Yeah, you both got it. Well done, well done. So yeah, I just changed the graphic on the score. I had to hand edit it, for the little template because yeah, the other time I only had it up to 4, but now I can go up to at least 6. And even if by some random, I'd have to make it. But I've also got, a 9-0 as well. I'll probably never use it, but But yeah. Well done, well done. But look, I think it looks quite nice. You missed the Van Dijk McMorley. Yeah, Van Dijk will be back tomorrow. He'll be back tomorrow. The shirt will be back. So yeah, all good, all good. But has everyone had a good day though? It does look exactly Arthur, my guy. It does look clean, and it's got a nice little football feel, right? Do you know what I mean? You've got the little turf, the grass. It looks all right. So yeah, I'm happy with it. So yeah. So on that note, we've got kickoff in 22 minutes. Let's just have a quick look at the lineups. Obviously, talk in the background, and we'll just go through the teams. So we've got Ecuador versus Germany, big game. Manager of Ecuador, Sebastian. Oh, I better bring up the thing. I can't even read it from there. Sebastian Beccacheche. Formation 4-4-2. So in goal, there's a few players here that we will recognise. McMorla says, for me, only one is new. My 2 colours images are visible in same live. Yes, my 2 boys in the background. Right, Ecuador playing the 4-4-2. So Galindez in goal, Franco, Joel Ordenez, who is the Club Brugge centre-back, the emerging youngster, very, very good player, linked with a lot of Premier League clubs. You got William Pacho, who in my opinion is more or less one of the best centre-backs in the world at the moment. Obviously the PSG man. Piero Hincapié of Arsenal's, of Arthur's Arsenal, shall I say. Piero Hincapié playing at left-back. You've got Yeboah, you've got Vite in midfield, you've got Moises Caicedo of Chelsea, and Gulo on the left wing. Up top, they've got Plata, and they've got Enner Valencia, who used to play in the Premier League about 5-6 years ago, the veteran Enner Valencia. Then we're moving over to Germany with their very angry manager, Julian Nagelsmann. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 system. Arthur says in the background, Chelsea, Hazard or Cherky. I'll come to that in a minute. Let me just run through the teams. I'll give you my opinion. Obviously, McMorla can give you his. So, in goal, the veteran Neuer, 40 years of age. Got Kimmich playing right back. I think that's the weak link for Germany. I think Kimmich never really a right back, and definitely not at this stage of his career. Antonio Rudiger, who is coming for the injured Schlotterbeck. Jonathan Tah of Bayern Munich. Rudiger, of course, of Real Madrid. David Raum. I can't remember his team, David Raum. I think he's at Hoffenheim. You've got Felix Nemecha. The mid-20s athletic midfielder. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Patrick Vieira, the Arsenal legend. You've got Pavlovic of Bayern Munich. You've got Leroy Sané, who had an ineffective game in the right position. You've got Jamal Musiala in the attacking cam position. Florian Wirtz, my guy, Florian Wirtz. No, let's not hear 007 in the chat, Arthur. And up top, we have got the man who somehow keeps nicking a living at the top of the German forward line, as well as the top of the Arsenal forward line, Kai Havertz. Right. Before we do the subs, actually, let me do the subs quickly, then I'll go to the chat. So, on the Ecuador bench, not many players that I will know there. So you've got Alcivar, Arevalo, Caicedo, you've got Castillo, you've got Estepinian, who used to play at Brighton, now at AC Milan. You've got Medina, Minda, Porozzo, Preciado, Paez, Ramirez, Rodriguez, F. Torres. No, it's not Fernando Torres. But you've got Valencia. That can't obviously be Antonio Valencia. He retired years ago. You've got Valle. And on the German bench, you've got Emiri, who had a great cameo in the last game for Germany. You've got Anton, you've got Oliver Baumann, you've got Bayer, Max Bayer, you've got Leon Goretzka, the veteran, Pascal Grove, Brighton, you've got Llewellyn, you've got Nubel, you've got Quadrago, you've got Angelo Stiller, you've got Matis Tau, you've got Dennis Undav, who really, I think, deserves a starting berth. You've got Nick Waltermada of Newcastle. So those are the two teams. A lot of quality. I think this is going to be quite a competitive game. Right, going on to the chat. Arthur did ask, Chelsea Hazard or Shirky? It's hard to say. Oh no, give it to Eden Hazard. He was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Eden Hazard, you know, is a fantastic player. Obviously, he didn't live up to it at Real Madrid, but in terms of everything, he's got everything. Like, not that Shirky doesn't have, but what you've got with Eden Hazard is he'll have more goals than Shirky would, and he's just someone. His magic was on another level. I know like Shirky is, but he's more of that street footballer, more tricky. It's a good comparison though. But if you gave me prime, not that Shirky's reached his prime yet, but if you gave me prime Hazard for 4 years, I'm taking him all day long. McMorla says, current news, Liverpool asking a team transfer from Istanbul Başakşehir for Abozbek Fazuliev. Okay, interesting. We shall see how it pans out. Arthur says, and he said Arthur. Arthur says Red Bull for Rome. I think you maybe you're right. And Arthur says James Bond and the best hide and seek player Florian Wirtz. The reason he's so good is because he's invisible. This guy. We need to put you on a timeout. This guy. Too much lip. This young man. Where is he? Look. Hold on. Where's the timeout? Put you in timeout. See that? Oh, you can't see my thingy. I'm gonna time you out, son. Let's see. But to be fair, let's see what. To be fair, Florian needs to do something. This season has to be Florian Wirtz's season. If he doesn't start cooking this season, Florian's got to go. Seriously. But to be honest with you, not many signings last season of any club really impressed me. Do you know what I mean? I think going by your team, what's his name? The sun has got me. Your defensive midfielder, the one we was going to buy but you bought last summer. What's his name? Oh, Spanish one. Help me out. Spanish midfielder that you bought. The little one. Why has he gone? 500 billion for fifth. Whatever, man. I'm blaming Slot. We won't be fifth this season, mate. We'll be up there. Who's your midfielder? Oh, Zubamendi. He started the season really well, but around January, February, just dropped off. League caught up with him. So it's like, I'm not putting him down. What I'm saying is, there wasn't that many transfers last year that kind of just played all season at a high level. Madueke, just very average, very lucky to be at Arsenal. Arthur Zubamendi was class up to a point, but come March, he couldn't even get in the first team. And by the end of the season, didn't start any big games, didn't start any of the cup finals. Didn't start Champions League final, didn't start Carabao Cup final. In your running, the last 6 games we needed to get over the line, he got dropped and was played, Miles Lewis Skelly had his place. So Zubimendi's got a lot of work to do. I'm not picking on Arsenal players. I'm just giving examples of players that started well last season, but dropped off. Gyökeres started last season quite poorly, but ended strong. Didn't have a full season. Wirtz, he had about a good 2-month period. That was it. Other than that, it was quite awful. Ekatike was decent most of the season, but had drop-off periods and then got injured. So it's like everybody, even Voltamada, who's on the bench for Germany today, started the season really well, but by November, December, he was disappeared. So ghost, mate, ghost. Yeah, well, some people ghost. I'll ghost you in a minute, mate. McMorla said LiverpoolFC tried to transfer him in 20 million euros. Is that right? So that sounds quite cheap. But yeah, let's see. Did you guys see that goal for Bosnia the other day? I can't remember the young player's name, but yeah, that goal for Bosnia was absolutely sensational. I think that was the goal of the tournament. Did you see the goal? Let me know. I'm trying to think of who do you guys remember from the Premier League season? Morla, maybe it's a bit more difficult for you because you probably don't watch as much Premier League, but which players got brought into the Premier League and had a solid season all season? Obviously, everyone's going to have a poor game at some point, but somebody who was just good the whole season. Let me know. Hey, Peter, how you doing, bro? Hope you are well. McMorla says, Antoine Semenyo was a good sign. He was, and obviously he started the season at Bournemouth, obviously, but he was good all season, and Gay he was as well. But then obviously they didn't transfer in. But I know what you mean. I was kind of more thinking about somebody who got transferred into the league, or maybe changed club at the start of the season, and then he just played a good level the whole time. Yeah, definitely wasn't any Liverpool players, I'll tell you that. Even like someone like Kirkes started horribly, but from about December onwards was pretty solid for the rest of the season. But first 3 months, stinky. But Mola says, but last Istanbul team, world record buys a Bozbek for €7.5 million. Okay, so they bought him from his Uzbek club for 7.5 million, right? It's quite a lot of money. So yeah, 22 million will be good profit. Sometimes you could get a young Messi coming through from, say, Uzbekistan. He would never have that high price just because of the part of the world they're from, which is why even if you take Kushanov, he was peanuts. He was literally peanuts. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like there's a lot of... it's a wrong choice of words, but... Hey, Lauren, how are you? Hope you are well, Miss Lauren. Let me know. Arthur says, Kirkes was good against Arsenal. Yeah, in that one game he was, but you're looking at it in isolation because obviously you're Arsenal fan, you're remembering that game. But some of the games before that was ropey, and about 4 or 5 games after he was ropey. From about, let's say, the 15th week, he was solid most of the season. But yeah, very rarely was I'm trying to think of who got transferred into the league and was just good the whole time. It's a difficult one the whole way through, very difficult. Because even if you go with Man United, what's his name? Mbeumo started the season amazingly for Man United, but he dropped off in January after the African Cup of Nations. Cunha had a stinker for Man United, but from about February onwards was one of the better players in the league. And Sesko started poorly, but once again from about January, February, he was lighting it up like Gyökeres. Sesko was very similar to Gyökeres. Slow start, couldn't really get into the team all the time, but finished the season very strongly. Who are you talking about? Slobozai? What are you talking about? You're talking about my guy, Soboslai. It's been there 2 seasons. Morla says, but do you know Istanbul just asked for 10 million euros? I think but Liverpool unbelievably asked 20 million. Really? So, okay. Well, I'll take him. He looks like a promising talent, and I'll take your judgment. And if it's cheap as well, why not? But Morla says, let's go for 15 likes. Yes, please, guys, if you don't mind. Quickly close the chat. You too, Miss Lauren. Close the chat. Hit the like button. And bang. It'll be all good. Miss Lauren says, great, thank you. Enjoying the sun. Lovely. Great to... Yeah, it's very fire today. Well, I'm very fine, Lauren. I've had an absolutely lovely day. Thank you very much for asking. A bit too hot. Nobody can see the sweat patches on my t-shirt. No, seriously, I've had a really lovely day. But thank you, and I hope you are having a lovely day in whatever part of the world you're in, and hopefully it's not too hot for you. McMorla says, Semen from Argentina? I don't know which player. Maybe you got the spelling slightly mistake. Arthur says, fun fact, Liverpool got a quarter of their points in their first... Oh, no, it's wild. It's wild. And this is why... I nearly said Arthur Slot. This is why Arne Slot was lucky to keep his job so long. He should have got sacked in December, to be honest. Because, if they didn't go on that 5-game winning streak at the beginning, call it a day, honestly. But yeah, that kind of prolonged the season, to be honest. But yeah, he never should have seen out the season. But, luckily for, I'll be real with you, Liverpool are very lucky. To get Champions League, they're just lucky that there was 5 spots. Because really, in most other seasons, there's obviously only 4. So Liverpool got very lucky. McMorla, no, don't worry if you made a spelling mistake or whatever. Don't matter if you retract it. It's cool. It's all good. Nobody is perfect. Sorry, bro. Yar Senesi. Okay, yeah. So obviously, yeah, free transfer for Tottenham. But did he? Yeah, but he played. Yeah, I'm looking for. Oh, you're thinking of the names, right? Okay. In terms of, well, obviously Senesi's gone to Tottenham on a free transfer. Yeah, I'm still trying to think of who came into the league, the Premier League. Maybe, you know what, Arthur? Maybe Nkapie. Because he didn't really have any poor games. Wasn't really getting used at the beginning, to be fair, because obviously you've got your Calafiori and whatnot. So Nkapie kind of had a solid season all round. He didn't really have any dips, and he was solid all the way around. I wanted him to be. I wanted Liverpool to buy him last summer, but I think that deal was sensational. They got him on a season-long loan with the obligation to buy, and yeah, they got him for not pretty cheap, but 50 million for a 24-year-old Nkapie. He's a good player. So yes, all good, all good. Right, so we have kick-off in 8 minutes. Shirky, yeah? Shirky? Yeah, Shirky, yeah, it's probably about as close, really. I mean, I would say that he had a few... He never really had any bad games, and he didn't really have any dips like Cole Palmer or Foden, for example. I think he just had some... He had a few average games, but he definitely had a lot of really good games as well. Morla says, can you name... is there any players in current Liverpool for main 11 as left winger? What, for Liverpool, you mean? Left winger? Well, we've obviously only had a Gakpo last season, obviously, because the manager didn't trust Rio Ingamoa, the young 17-year-old. But yeah, he's going to be a sensational player. That is our star boy. He's a proper star in the making. Mukiele, yeah, that's a good shout. He was excellent for Sunderland. And he was somebody who was highly touted to be a top player. When Mukiele was first known about, he was known at the same time as Konate and Upamecano. Those three came through at the RB Leipzig School of Football about 5-6 years ago. And he was meant to go on to bigger things, but he never kind of pushed on. Was at PSG for a little bit. Amorla says, so Abosbek is a good second option for current. Yeah, I hear that. It just depends though. If Liverpool are going to sell Gakpo, they're talking about maybe getting Barcola. But maybe it's going to be a surprise. Maybe it will be Abosbek. Maybe. We shall see. The camera's panning in on Nkapie, looking serious. Abdul, how you doing, my man? I hope you are well. Abdul says, hi, everyone. How you all doing? Blessings to all. Everyone, keep hydrated. Yeah, 100%. Prediction, Curacao versus Ivory Coast and Ecuador versus Germany. Like and subscribe. You never walk alone, and respect. Thank you, my bro. Let us put our predictions in for the 2 games. I will do that. McMorla said, today I looked Arabian BBC to look Palestinian news, but I laughed when I saw a headline. Go on, what was the headline? Well, I'm going to put my predictions in the chat. That is my first prediction there. Take care, mate. Those are my predictions for the 2 matches, guys. So let's see who can get the... We can see... Yeah, let's see who gets the closest by the end of the match. Lovely to see everyone chatting well in the chat. Hope you're well, Peter. If you're still there in the background, hope you've had a great day. And Abdul, how are you, my brother? Hope things are well. And thank you for being so courteous and gracious. Love to see it. Arthur thinks 4-0 Ivory Coast. I was thinking to go 4, but then I just cut it and thought Ivory Coast and yeah, their attack. So let's see. But I did nearly say 4-0, Arthur, I must say. And you think Germany 3-0? Yeah, okay. I don't think it would be that. I think, when you got players, they're quite strong in terms of structure, Ecuador. McMorla says, comment, bro. What do you want me to comment on, bro? Also, guys, how is the volume? Is it too loud or is it all right? Let me know. Right. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Where is my football scene? There it is. Glad to hear you're good, Abdul. Glad to hear you're good. And Gary, welcome to the chat, mate. Hope you are well. All good. How are you doing, Gary? Let us know. McMorla says, the BBC summarised the unusual political shift with the punchy headline, a fun superstar stuns rivals and reshapes politics in an Indian state. Yeah, that is a bit of a mad headline there. Yeah, that is a bit crazy. So you've got an all-female match official set. Interesting to see. Gary, glad to hear you're good, mate. All good, bro. First time I saw this type of headline since last 10 years. Yeah, they're obviously feeling a bit funky. But yes, Abdul, as you can see, mate, the hydration. No messing about. I hear that, McMorla. Yeah, something different. No black refs, yeah? No, it hasn't been one. Obviously, there was the one from Somalia that wasn't allowed into the country. Yeah, and that was some nonsense storyline about, you know, connections. There were, you know, obviously getting political, trying to say connections to potential terrorism and all that. No chocolate balls today, mate. No chocolate balls today. Best behaviour. Yes, good to see you, Peter, mate. Good to see you. How are you surviving the heat, Peter? Have you stayed in most of today or did you venture out there? Honestly, it was absolutely El Scorchio out there. Arthur says, everyone rate your day out of 10. I would say my day so far has been a solid 9 out of 10. And now that I'm here with you guys, and hopefully if the game is excellent, and I'll share it with you guys, it'll be a 10 out of 10 job. 100%. McMorla, that's what we like to see. The positivity, brother. 100%. Peter says, stayed in but was breezy this morning. That's what we like to hear. Do you know what? It was hot, but there were certain parts of the day where it was, the breeze was not too bad. Or the temperature, it was hot, but, you know. Right, let's change the scene. Right, and we've got the kickoff. So all good. Germany in their away kit. I do love the Ecuador kit, you know, that lovely yellow and the blue shorts. Really nice kit. Gary, you've had a 7 out of 10. Glad that was easy breezy for you, my man. Peter says, he's good, Abdul. Lovely to see. McMorla, my Peter bro here, then wife here. Exactly. The Grazis. So Raum with a big ball up there. This Nemetra in midfield is a really good physical specimen. Abdul says, your favourite World Cup 26 shirt so far? Do you know what? I'll be real. I've always loved the Argentina kit, the home kit. I've always loved it. It's just something about it. I just like the sky blue and the white. It's just a nice contrast. I've always loved the Argentina kit myself. Arthur says, who's lurking? I don't know. Who's lurking? I don't know. Arthur. Who do you reckon? Right, ball into the box. Ooh. Florian Wirtz trying to turn up for you, Arthur. Cape Verde t-shirt. It is nice. It is nice. This German away kit is a bit different. Bit funky. You don't usually see Germany with lots of blues and kind of greens. Wirtz in the box, lays it off nicely. Oh, what a goal! Goal already. Leroy Sané, left-footed finish in the box, assisted by my guy Florian Wirtz. So yes, wow. Early, Ecuador have not settled at all. Big goal. Florian Wirtz turning up. Let's go. 1-0. Right, so what are they complaining about? I mean, Hincapié, he does control it and bring it down. He goes, it's a high boot, but no, he controls the ball, and the Ecuador player headbutts Hincapié's foot, if anything. So that cannot be in Hincapié's fault, no chance. If this gets ruled out, this is a joke. So what if the boot is high? Honestly, if that gets ruled out, football's gone. So the boot is high from Hincapié, who's trying to take the ball down, and at the same moment, the Ecuador player headbutts Hincapié's foot. How's that Hincapié's fault? Ridiculous. That cannot get ruled out. Oh, I've got the goals the wrong way around. No, that shouldn't be VAR checked. Ecuador dreaming. Like, honestly, sometimes these footballers, you think, do you even understand football? Yeah, I gave them... yeah, exactly. I gave them the wrong goal. So that's the thing. It's like, exactly, Abdul, no intent at all. And when you see it on the replay, Hincapié has controlled the ball. And then he's been, the Ecuador player's headbutted his foot. What's he meant to do? Absolutely ridiculous. I don't even... You know what really annoys me most, Abdul, about modern football? Is that the commentators, they want to talk about things, but they don't even give it any oxygen. It's a goal. Simple as that. Still got Alan Shearer going off in my ear, going, you know what I mean? They probably thought there was more to... Shut up. Stop talking. Get on with the game. Absolutely ridiculous. So, yep. Peter, Abdul, I was going to say, on the channel, do you like the new graphic around the score? With the little turf and the grass? Let me know what you think. Little improvements. Abdul says, I hate these commentaries. I know, man. Well, this is why a lot of people are just literally coming and enjoying it online with people. Do you know what I mean? Just muting the channel or syncing it up with the YouTuber or the channel they're watching and just enjoying it with like they're sitting down with friends, you know? Yeah, let me know what you think of the graphics, guys. Of the... Arthur said it looks clean. Let me know what you think. McMauler, another 2 upsets. England versus Ghana. South Korea versus South Africa. Do you know what? On the cold light of day, and obviously thank you, Abdul. Appreciate it. In the cold light of day, I thought... I say we because England's my team. I think we got away with it. I think that should have been a penalty by Konza towards the end. And I think Ghana should have won that game, to be honest. They should have won that game. And considering how dominant England were in possession, they were lucky. Very lucky. But Arthur, I don't want to hear about 007 for Wirtz, mate. He's already got assists now. I think he's got 2 assists in the World Cup. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I hear you, man. I hear you. Nah, D's lot here. I do, mate. I do. I've got... Check this out. Peter, I've even got up to... Well, I haven't got up to 9. I've got one solo 9-0 because I had to hand edit them myself. But I've got up to 6. So I've got every permutation up to 6-6. So yeah, obviously you're very unlikely to ever use that. And obviously you get the magic 7 sometimes. So I need to get that. And yeah, McMorland says, Vamos! Exactly, yes. I don't, Arthur, Abdul, I don't watch women's football, to be honest. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate it. Verts with a shot there, gets blocked. What I would say with... Arthur says he got an assistive against a ton of washed uncles. Right, well, I think whatever Florian Wirtz does, you're not going to give him any credit, mate. So, you know, you do you, Arthur. You do you. Because Arthur, I'm sure you're the type of Arsenal fan that's going to tell me that you wouldn't swap Florian Wirtz for Madueke, would you? Right. Abdul says, I turn it off when women's football is on. What, the commentary? Or football itself, you mean? Mamola says, my Peter, bro, my God wish may be a male Cleopatra. Only one of us can be a male Cleopatra. An aging male Cleopatra, but only one of us. With that buttermilk skin. Madeke has better stats. Look, that's not what I said. And does he? Are you sure about that? I don't think so. Definitely not career stats. And even last season in the Premier League, you didn't even have... Hold on a minute. No. Arthur, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Abdul says women's football is trash. I mean, I don't watch it. I'll be real. I mean, it's a different game anyway. Obviously, it's football in name, but it's a different sport. But to be honest with you, Abdul, if you watch Championship football... that's one thing, and that to me is just about passable. When you start watching League 1 football and League 2 football, Jesus Christ, you might as well just watch Sunday League, because that isn't football. To be honest with you, I find it a struggle to watch the new levels of the Europa League these days. So for me, I only like the elite football. Right, here we go. Oh, what a strike! 1-1! Gulo, oh my days! He has launched that in. Absolutely sensational goal. Goes on an amazing run of his own, and he's launched it in past a flailing Neuer from 23 yards out. Beautiful strike. Angulo. Jeez. Wow. Sensational. Right, look, he picks it up. 35 yards out. Bang! Launches it. 22 yards. Bottom corner. Past a diving. A lovely finish as well. Into the corner. Neuer's so heavy on his feet. Barely moved. There's a reason you shouldn't be being a goalkeeper at 40 years of age. McMorla says, Ecuador, Corundo, gracias, espectavaramosa. Not sure that sounded very thingy. Peter says, take that. And they are taking it. Take that and party. Arthur was telling me to watch the game. And McMorla says, my Addy bro in current version of Che Guevara. I'm trying to be out here like a YouTube revolutionary, man. Peter says, Vert's problem is no one has a quick football mind like him in the LFC. There you go. Peter says it. Abdul says, did you see Isidore's goal for Haiti? No, I didn't, no. And is this not the same Isidore that plays for Sunderland, is it? Peter says, can someone tell Arthur's mum he's being cheeky? Arthur says, I prefer lower league football. It's more interesting. I love supporting my local. Fair enough. Fair enough, mate. That's all good. We all like what we like. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I find it a struggle watching anything but, well, I watch a little bit of Championship, but I find anything below the Premier League very difficult to watch. Right, but I'm not having Arthur coming with that Florian Wirtz slander. Right, please watch Isidore's goal. I'll have a quick look at it now, actually. So, Haiti go, yeah? Right, into the box. Nothing going. I'll try and be quick. And then I need to, like... I need to put Arthur's claim to shame. Right, so Haiti go. Haiti go versus Morocco, right? Abdul says they respected... yeah, Wilson Isidore. So it is the Sunderland player. Ooh, that was naughty. He launched that one. Yeah, he launched that one. Abdul, yeah, that was sensational. Abdul, that was sensational. It was like a better quality version of this goal we've just seen. For and Ivory Coast has scored as well. They've gone 1-0 up. Yeah, it did sit nice for him. It did, 100%. But he scored some screamers in the Prem. Yeah, he launched that. That was flying. And you know as well, I love those goals when someone takes a strike and it's always rising. It's rising all the way until it hits the back of the net. So that shows you the control of a shot, because somebody takes a shot from distance, it's still rising as it hits the net. Because most people, they hit a shot and it rises, it balloons over, right? But he's hit it so low and sweet, it's just perfecto. Right, let me get up these stats here, because I'm not having the slander about Sverts and Madueke. Madueke stats from last season. Get out of here. Peter, bro, or Arthur, bro, your choice, Ade, bro. On what, mate? Let me know. This is for you, Arthur. Why aren't they letting me post that in there? All right. So that was Madueke's stats last season in the Premier League. This guy. So Arthur, that's just for you. So Madueke had 3 goals and 1 assist. And Verts had 5 goals and 3 assists. And had a stinker of a season. Behave yourself. Just behave yourself, young man. So 1-1, we have a game on our hands. I knew that was coming, and played the whole time compared to not much from Madueke. Oh, behave. McMauler, yep, you're just 21 years. Yeah, you're a baby in this world, my man. But the thing is, though, Arthur, ask yourself this. Why does he play so few minutes? Is it because he's not that good? And then you're going to tell me about Saka being in front of him, but how many goals did Saka contribute last season? Do you know what I mean? It's just like, you know. Let's see what Flo Verts does this season. If he has another nightmare this season, then he can go. And I would say he's a guaranteed flop. But he needs one more season. Because you've got Starboy Saka. Yeah, who has dropped off massively because he's been overused by your manager. But, you know, let's see what we do next season. It's too early to talk. Nah, not on a hamstring injury. But he definitely trust me, Arthur, he's been burned out. He's been overused. Saka, in his career. And sometimes you've got to have someone in your life that tells you to play less. But, you know, I think he's been under pressure, Arteta, up until now to win the league. So, you know, sometimes managers don't care about the players that much when they should do, because ultimately their job is on the line. And if he loses his job, let's have it right. If a manager loses their job, do you think they care about the players once they've been sacked? Of course not. So while they're there, if they can use a player and it means overusing them for them to keep their job or achieve their objective, they're going to do it. I've seen it so many years. Managers will burn a player out. No problem. Nah. Oh, they're not here, McMauler. My sons have gone. One of my sons, he's coming back soon now. The other one, he already left. So Ecuador kind of got control of this game. Another upset. Early days. To be honest with you, I think Ecuador drawn with Germany. Obviously, it's a little bit of an upset, but it's not as massive an upset as people would believe. Arthur says, Arsenal paid 50 million for Madueke, Liverpool paid 100 million. Oh, look, don't get me wrong, but V.A.S is seen as a generational talent. Madueke, well, we can't look at football, Arthur, we can't look at football in the prices that we see at this minute, because people are talking about Elliot Anderson at 120, 130 million, which is like insane. But if we go back to last summer, V.A.S for 100 million was kind of justified, seeing as the potential. There's someone that the people think he should be or could be a Ballon d'Or winner. That's the level of talent. Madueke, dude, if Madueke wasn't an Arsenal player, you wouldn't be defending him, mate. Let's just have it right. And I'll be real with you, if he was a Liverpool player, I wouldn't be defending him either. I think he's just a very average winger. He's got some nice touches about him. He's got some good tech. His acceleration is very good, but he's got no end product. Simple as that. Arthur, he has no end product. You cannot argue that fact. No matter how much you want to back your guys, he has no end product. McMauler says, oh, Cameron, some good goals. Yes, mate, definitely some good goals. McMauler says, welcome to our world, most beautiful channel, Cameron, bro. Yeah, anyone that's just joined as well, don't forget, hit the like button. What are we on at the moment? Let's have a look. Ecuador are dominating this game, people. Oh, lovely. 12 likes. Really good. Arthur says, in the Prem, Wirtz had 5 goals for 150 mil or 30 mil. Well, it weren't 150, mate. Come on now. It was 100 million, rising to 116 on add-ons. But yeah, it's a lot of money. And he should have done better. I'll give you that, Arthur. He definitely should have done better. But like I said, let's see next season. If V.A.S does the same thing next season, scores 5 goals, and next season, V.A.S needs to get, at least next season, Wirtz needs to dominate games. Liverpool need to win a trophy. And Wirtz needs to be getting 8 to 12 goals in the Prem. And similar assists. If he does that, then it's fine. If he doesn't, then it's very disappointing. What says, can you tell about the paintings? Yep, 1 second. Let's just see this corner. But the point is, look, not everything is about statistics. All right, ball, lovely. That's a decent ball coming in. Good punch by Neuer. It's not always about statistics because some players will never have good statistics. Doesn't mean they're not good players, though. But yeah, the paintings behind, they're just Oriental paintings. They're kind of metal framed ones. They're kind of like Chinese masks, like dragon masks. There's also some other ones around in the room with like there's a yin and a yang, you know, for the flow of life. But they're nothing to do with me. My son bought them, so, you know. Arthur says Liverpool aren't winning a trophy. Well, maybe they will, but maybe they won't. You can't know that for sure. They got just as much a chance as anyone else as winning a trophy. Their trophy history is better than any teams in the league. So, you know. And Arthur, you may have won the league, which is to be celebrated for sure, but oof, that could have been a second goal there. Arthur, you've won 1 trophy in what? 10 years, so it's not troll. A troll can only be, if you can't shoot somebody down, if you can shoot somebody down with facts, then they can't troll you. So, yeah. But anyway, ball coming in here. Ecuador dominating this game. So Plata the striker. Next season, anyone could win the Premier League next season. Not anyone, but there's 3 or 4 teams that could win the league. Martinelli has 10 UEFA Champions League goals. Hazard has 10 too. Yeah, well, that may be the case. But those 2 players could never be compared. Hincapié goes down in the box. Referee pushes it away. Well done, ref. Hydration break coming up. Yep. First quarter. The thing is, though, yeah, look, there's people with stats and whatnot. Some people are just very... Who's an example of a very... I mean, it just depends. Like, some people really... We live in this state, like, if you... The thing about football, people that are older, and not to target you on this, Arthur, because of you're a younger football fan, but if you go back beyond 4 years... No, not even 4 years. 3 years ago, nobody used the term GA. It just wasn't even a thing. It's like... People justify all this assists and all. Who cares? No, I'm not being ageist, man. I'm just saying. People talk about these new concepts. Oh, look at the assist, and now it's look at the pre-assist. And what? Okay, and here's another thing where this is why stats mean absolutely nothing to me, right? GA and XG, laugh out loud. I know it's a joke, and it's pathetic, right? Now let me give you an example, and this is why stats to me mean absolutely nothing, right? Now imagine your team does... Right. Oh, that's a good chance there. Header, Havertz 6 yard out on a penalty spot. And he can't generate the power, but he gets it on target, but it's an easy save. Right, stats are padded. Right. Now, let me give you an example, and you can soak up these 2 examples. Right. So, let's think about Man City. A prime Kevin De Bruyne picks it up in the centre circle on the halfway line. Turns, spins, does a reverse pass through 4 players into the line of Sergio Aguero, who knocks it past the keeper. It's a beautiful pass. It's an assist that he's measured it, he's spotted it, he's used vision, talent, whipped it, bent it through 4 players into an onrushing Aguero who chips the keeper. It's a beautiful assist, right? That's an assist. That's assist number 1. Now, the second assist is, in the same match, or a different match, somebody gives the ball to Thierry Henry in the halfway line, nudges it to him 2 meters. Does a 2-yard pass to Henry in the centre circle. Henry picks it up, runs past 6 players, and slots it into the net. But they're both assists. But are they really both assists? Or did the second one just give it to a guy with an easy pass that somebody's grandma could do, and then somebody went on a world beating run, like a Ryan Shirky runs past 4 players and puts it top bins. But maybe he got it passed to him by Foden but with a 2-yard pass. But they're both assists. So what does stats really mean? So discuss that one. Arthur says, I would say goals, not assists. I agree. I think assists are absolute pony. Because if every pass before a goal is an assist, then certain players could make a career out of it. Arthur says only once that matters. 100%. Even a lot of the time, when goalkeepers have amazing seasons. That's a great question, and I'll come to that in a minute. But even when people do goalkeepers and they rate goalkeepers on clean sheets, what does that mean? It's like, if you take away... I'll give you a really good example, right? No, it's not. It's Mbappe. In my opinion, anyway. Henry's a fabulous player. Hey, Santiago Gucci. I do watch the match, bro, but a lot of the time it's difficult because there's people in the chat and we're chatting as well. But yeah, I definitely watch the match and try and commentate or, do my watch along. Maybe over the key bits. Santiago Gucci. How are you doing, my brother? And let me know where you're from. Welcome to the chat. Introduce yourself. Let us know where you're from. I'm from London, England myself. We've got people from all over the world. But we have a lot of people in here talking about football, life, stories, opinions, gaming, whatever. It's all good. We're just trying not to delve into politics and religion to a high degree. Arthur says XG saves for 90. Yeah, I know. But anyway, welcome Santiago Gucci. Nice name, by the way. Oh, that's cool. If you left, you left. No problem. Some people just want to hear the game. But I think that's the thing. When you're doing watch-alongs, you've got to kind of like, at the end of the day, that is what the radio is for. That is what, watching it along on the TV is for. Do you know what I mean? It's like people doing a watch-along on the screen. You can kind of follow the match, but then you just lose the chat. And it's, the chat is more important than the match. The match is just background noise. But yeah, Abdul, I believe... I mean, don't get me wrong. There's not much in it. Thierry Henry is a fabulous player, but the problem I have with Henry, and I'm obviously someone that saw, and we saw most of his career, if not all of it. The only thing about Thierry is the big game. Like, the big games, he was found wanted. He was always going missing. I watched Thierry Henry in the FA Cup final, 2001 versus Liverpool. Arsenal battered Liverpool the whole game. Battered Liverpool to go ahead. Thierry Henry had 4 chances. Couldn't hit a barn door. Always kind of fluffed the big moments. Michael Owen comes on, scores 2. Do you know what I mean? Basically, some players are clutch players, and some players they can bully everyone. But when it comes to that moment, we just need them to do it. And of course, Henry had certain moments where he would, please, yeah, at Anfield. Remember we went through the stats off the other day. Your last win at Anfield, 2012. And then prior to that, anyway, Abdul says Rio Ferdinand saying it's a foul for the first goal. He wouldn't say that if it was England. Rio Ferdinand, he knows football and understands football, but he tries to go with this conviction thing all the time. He's a defender. Anyway, it's different. If Hincapié had gone for the ball at the same time as the Ecuador player had headed the ball, fine, it's a foul. It's unlucky. It's not intentional, but it's still a foul. But the fact he went there about a clean second after Hincapié controlled the ball, it can't be a foul. Arthur's trying the troll. Right, Angulo now. Enner Valencia, the veteran. He looks so slow, Valencia now. Jesus. Abdul says a lot of people don't want to talk about their personal life and don't put their personal name on YouTube. Yeah, that's true. That is true. To be honest with you, I don't mind. I've got nothing to hide. And at the end of the day, I guess it depends how big your channel gets. If you get to a point where you're very big, because people get funny with people. People get quite nasty. It's very easy to be behind a keyboard and say stuff. But you know what? It's like, honestly, I'll be real. If anybody tried to come at me with something later on down the line, I will find it. If I needed to find them, I could find people. Believe me, not a problem. So yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, that's why people need to be respectful. And people need to be respectful online. Yeah, banter and jokes and people, it's all good. But some people go through some horrific stuff. But it is what it is. Exactly, Arthur. Because I wasn't. Exactly. And I don't know people. Exactly. Right, a break now. Enner Valencia now. He looks so slow, honestly. That guy needs to give up international football. He looks cooked. Showing Sami Khedira in the stands. Arthur says I was a spy for Liz Truss. Right, Florian Wirtz, what's he got? Right, played in Musiala. Checked a left-footed shot. Great defending there from Joel Ordonez. That's a really good sliding tackle. Abdul says, do you like the Met Police? Does West Yorkshire Police need improvement? I don't really know too much about the different constabularies, Abdul. The Met Police, the Met Police I know a lot about, put it that way. And I like the police in general because without the police, you have anarchy. I don't like everybody that is in the police. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of great, 95 plus % of the people in the police they're fantastic human beings. But it's like we said, all right, Flo Wirtz with a corner, flicks it on. But, you're always going to get 5% anywhere that are just scumbags or just wrong-uns. But you get that in everything. But yeah, but Abdul, I do like the police, mate, yes. I've got a lot of time for the police. People doing their jobs, putting their life on the line, being self-serving. Selfless, sorry. Arthur says, there's no police in my town. Really? None at all? Maybe that's if you live in a small provincial kind of town, then, you're going to have there'll be a local, you're going to have the Surrey police, Surrey Constabulary, where they'll be able to respond to get to your area within a certain amount of time. But yeah, it's a difficult one. Because sometimes there's just too many places, Arthur. Do you know what I mean? How about you, Abdul? What's your thoughts on the police? One thing I will say about the police, let me tell you something about the police, is like, you got a lot of people that don't like the police, but they're the first people you call when something goes wrong. Everybody will call the police. When something goes slightly wrong, you will call the police. That's just reality. Hey, hello to somebody new in the chat. Janice van der Meve. What a name. Hopefully I said that correct. How are you, Janice? Right, Jonathan Tarr with a long ball up. Hope you're well. My name is Ade. This is my channel, The Veteran Arcade Soldier. We do watch-alongs. We have nice, lively chat and banter. And we talk about all different things, our lives, etc. Share topics and debates. And we have football on in the background. We have a little commentary and talk about the big moments as well. I am absolutely fantastic. I'm from England myself, from London originally, and we're having a heat wave at the moment. Obviously, you don't have to say where you're from. I do support Liverpool. Yes, how about you? Let me know. Hopefully, you do. But anybody is welcome. I don't mind who you support. I'm trying to cultivate a nice atmosphere where there's football fans and football friends, no matter who we support, and a non-toxic environment. Bayern Munchen. Okay, so you're enjoying the Germany game because you have a big representation here on the pitch. Are you enjoying... What do you think? Arthur says, I'm a Liverpool fan because I'm a glory hunter. I was a glory hunter back in the day. But yeah, Janice, how are you? What do you think about your country here? Are you German yourself originally? Or you just support Bayern Munich? Sorry if I'm making the assumption, but you can correct me. Peter says, hats off to you for the Liz Truss comment. Very funny. I know, I thought it was very impressive because I thought he's quite young to even know who Liz Truss was. Especially because she hasn't been on the scene for quite a while. No problem, Janice. Thank you. But yeah, Bayern Munich, a fantastic team. With, in my opinion, the world's best striker in Harry Kane. Are you enjoying Janice, are you enjoying the World Cup so far? And am I, yeah, Yannick or Janice? Let me know. Excellent, glad to hear it. Well, welcome to the channel. We have a lot of people in the chat. We love, sharing all our thoughts and whatnot. But I'm loving the World Cup, absolutely loving it. And as you can tell, I'm a Liverpool fan. Usually I'll be wearing my Liverpool shirt during my football watch-alongs. But it's so hot, I need to have something lighter today. Because the face is sweaty and everything. Abdul says, English people like korma and butter chicken. What are your spice level and flavour preferences? Peter likes Bengali biryani. Yannick, hopefully I'm saying it correct. But yes, welcome. And yes, Germany, who do you support for the World Cup? England. My nationality is I'm half English, half Nigerian. But I'm English by default, so I'm like, come on the Three Lions, let's go. Very disappointed in the last game, Yannick. Very disappointed, but we have a chance. But before the tournament, my pick was Argentina. Was my pick for the World Cup. As for Abdul says, veteran like Paul. I am... Oh, I got the name correct. Brilliant. It's laundry day. Yes, it's laundry day. I've cleaned the clothes. But yeah, Abdul... Fal is mine. I like it very hot. Vindaloo and Fal are my favourite choices for, and I like my spice level is high. So if I go to Nando's, I want extra hot. But Yannick, are you in Germany or UK? Because I'm looking at the name, I'll have to try and work out the names. Van der May, so it's like maybe Netherlands, maybe? In Namibia. Wow. Okay, cool. As in Namibia. And Peter says, I got the name correct. You cheater, you copied. Lovely. Brilliant. Brilliant. Fantastic. I mean, this is the thing about the internet, Yannick. It connects people from all over the world. What time is it in Namibia right now? So thinking about it logistically, your time of the world there must be... God, it must be like 5 in the morning maybe? Am I close? Abdul says, veteran, which is better, jollof rice or biryani? Oh, good question. I do love some jollof rice. The thing with jollof rice is it's very one style, very one flavour, but it's lovely. But yeah, I would take biryani, to be honest. Ade is definitely lemon and herb. Behave yourself, Arthur, you clown. No, I can take all the spices, my friend. So it's 22:42. Okay, so only 1 hour. Wow, so I wasn't even close, Yannick. Not even close at all. I'm so surprised at that, considering how far it is. Okay. Obviously, I'm clearly no expert on time zones in the world. Because if you told me an African country of where it's located is only 1 hour in front, I would absolutely... That's blown my mind, to be honest. It's hot jollof. Yeah, kind of. Well, it depends really, but whatever I eat, I always add loads of spice onto it anyway. Yannick, like I said, welcome to the channel. Who is your pick for the World Cup, even though you support Bayern Munich as your club team? Are you following any African countries or... Germany, okay, cool. Are you a German that is living in Namibia or working over there? Sorry to be so nosy, I just find it so interesting the way we connect all over the world. So Jonathan Tah is bringing it out from the back, plays it back to Neuer, chased down. Fair enough, and may it go well for you over there. Amazing, I just find it absolutely stunning how people, you know, I'm in England, you know, we have McMauler in the chat. He's gone a bit quiet, but he's over in, you know, in the Saudi states. We've got people from England. We've got people. Oh, it's just incredible, really. And yeah, just enjoying the football together, etc. Arthur says, "Is that why add salt and sells it spicy? Is that why you're on Steam? As Steam, as in PC gaming? Is that what you're talking about?" Yes. So Yannick, Peter in the chat, he's from Liverpool. Or from near Liverpool. And interesting as well, with Ivory Coast taking a lead, the goal was assisted by Yandi Amande. So yes, very good. Yannick, have you, obviously with, are you going to take Cody Gakpo from Liverpool? Please let me know. I would like some money. So let me know if maybe you're going to let Serge Gnabry go this summer. Maybe you can take Gakpo from Liverpool. We do you a good deal, good price. Let me know. Peter says, please take Gakpo, Yannick. Sabari is coming to us, and Brown, yes. Yeah, I saw that fact. That was today, wasn't it? You've just confirmed Nathaniel Brown, which is a really good signing. He's very slight or very short, but so fast. And Sabari, I've never even heard of this player before the World Cup. So he looks very, very good. I'll tell you the one I was very surprised with, Yannick, was when last season, obviously, Bayern Munich got quite desperate towards the end of the window when they took Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea. Horrific. Very average player. Maybe V.A.S. No, my friend. No, let's not do that. Let's leave Florian in Liverpool. Big things next season for Florian. Arthur said, fun fact, Ade goes to the chippy and gets a cod and chips and only eats the batter from the fish. You joker. Yannick says, please, no, not this time. I think, to be honest with you, you could see Florian going back to Germany maybe in about, if his career goes well at Liverpool, maybe have 4 or 5 seasons at Liverpool, and then he'll move on to back to Germany, go Bayern Munich, or he'll go to Spain, Real Madrid, Barcelona, something like that, maybe. But he needs to do something. He needs to justify himself at Liverpool first, Yannick. Peter says, To Arthur, bears only eat the skin of fish. Must be healthy. And Arthur says, no, make fun of Verts. Yannick, Arthur, he's a young subscriber in the chat, and he loves to get on Liverpool. He's trying to get us, but I'm not listening to his nonsense. Vinny Jr., I do like Vinny Jr., but I don't think Vinny Jr. would work in the Premier League, personally, because he doesn't track back enough and he doesn't help out enough. But obviously, talent-wise, he's phenomenal. But saying that, if you think about it, he's not even the best Brazilian winger in La Liga. Now, talent-wise, yes. But Rafinha has outshone him in the last 2 seasons. Do I think Rafinha is a better player than Vinicius Jr.? In a one-off game, no. But over a season, it doesn't lie. So, Vinicius Jr. is a funny player. He just doesn't have that... Maybe it's because he hasn't reached his prime level yet. Or his age where he can be... He just needs to be consistent. If he could be consistent over 38 games, wow. He's definitely one of the best players in the world. But I've never seen a player get such a high rating in world football that doesn't really deserve it, if that makes sense. But let me know your opinion as well. Yannick says, I'm surprised. My mum said I can stay awake in a school night. Okay. Maybe she's being generous because of the World Cup, Yannick. Let me know. Maybe she's being generous because of the World Cup. Cameron in the chat says, Vinny is overrated. I agree. But he's still a top player, but he's overrated. Sorry, Arthur, I missed that one. What's the bigger club, Barca or Madrid? Madrid are. But if you go over the last 26 years of success, Barcelona dwarf Real Madrid. Those 3 Champions Leagues in a row between 2000 and whatever it was that Real Madrid won those 3 Champions League, they mask a lot of problems at Real Madrid in terms of success. Because in the last 26 years, they've won the league about 4 times. Something like that. Or maybe in the last 26 years, Real Madrid's won the league about 5 times, maybe. Barcelona dominate La Liga. And Yannick says Barca are the bigger club. Fair enough. Don't get me wrong. Barcelona are my second team. I love Barcelona. But Real Madrid are the big dogs of world football. They just get away with absolute murder. Lovely chest down from Florian. Takes too long to do something with it. But Yannick, so far, if you like the channel and you like the vibe, please do consider subscribing. I would appreciate the support. And of course, if you want to drop a like on the stream, I would appreciate it. With my channel, I like to be a place where basically people can have a voice and share their opinions. So there you go. And it is half time. So I think with that half, Germany, they dominated up until they scored. But after that, Ecuador were the better team, in my opinion. So I'm sure Germany will step it up in the second half. Oh, do I like PSG? Well, Arthur says PSG are just money. I tell you what, Yannick, what I would say with PSG, up until Luis Enrique took them over, I didn't have much time for PSG. I didn't like their substance. They were all about spending too much money, trying to buy their way to success. But Luis Enrique coming in, he reset that, got rid of the big players, you know, the superstars, Neymar, Messi, Mbappe, got rid of them. He's bringing a real football team. And right now, you cannot help but like PSG. They are phenomenal. They are unbelievable. For me, that football team there is one of the best football teams put together in football history. They are phenomenal. And he is one of the best managers of all time. 100%. Yannick says, I hope you do. Yes, I definitely like PSG. Let me know your thoughts on PSG. Peter says, goodness knows what would happen if the detective's magnifying glass was put on Real Madrid. And PSG are the it team now. But to be fair, there's question marks about their money and how things are. But just concentrating on the football, PSG are amazing. I love watching them. They're brilliant to watch. Hey, Natasha, how are you? Lovely to see you. Hope you're having a lovely day. Hope the family aren't melting as well. Yannick, I'll come to your message in a sec, Natasha. Yannick says, are you happy they won the Champions League? To be honest with you, I'm a bit torn. I didn't really mind who won it, to be honest. If Arsenal won it, so be it, they won it. I just wanted the best team to win. But on the balance of play on the game, they deserve to win it, Yannick, definitely. Natasha says, hi, the Ivory Coast are winning. Yes, Natasha. And did you see who got the assist, Natasha? Let me know. It is cooling now. We have thunderstorms. Oh, you got thunderstorms up your way. Okay. Definitely not my way. It's been El Scorcho. But Natasha, Yan Diamande got the assist. Did you see? And we are closing in on him for Liverpool. And that's another one, Yannick. Yan Diamande of Leipzig. Bayern Munich are interested, but hopefully Liverpool are going to get this young player. And Arthur says hi. But yeah, I hope the thunderstorms are cooling for you, Natasha. Peter says, let's question where Spurs get their money. Not that I'm bothered. Do you know what? Football is... I try not to look too much at the politics behind football because it just gets too upsetting. I just want to enjoy the game. Do you know what I mean? But I know what you mean. Yannick says, do you like Neuer? Yannick, personally, I think Neuer, he shouldn't be the German national goalkeeper anymore. And I think Bayern Munich should move him on. In his time, best goalkeeper in the world. But he's had a lot of, obviously I don't know how long you followed Bayern Munich for, but he's had some major injuries for Bayern Munich and he's 40 years of age. I think he's not good enough for Germany or Bayern Munich anymore. I think it's time. It's no problem with a great player. He's a fantastic player. Used to be the best, but now it's time. And even in that goal I saw today, it's a great goal today, but he could barely dive. He barely had any spring. I think it's over for Neuer, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. Natasha says, Mateus Fernandes Spurs, they got one over United. It's looking close, isn't it? It's looking close. I think they basically proving they're a bit too rich for the league at the moment. They're putting some big money down. But Natasha, I know you love to see it. But like I said, did you see Diamande got the assist, Natasha? Let's go. Arthur says he's a washed uncle. Yeah, that is an impolite way of saying that he is past it, Yannick, I think. But yeah, let us know what you think, Yannick, of Neuer. But yes, hopefully, Natasha, Man United don't get any targets. And in the commentary, they're still talking about how this goal shouldn't have been disallowed. It definitely should have been allowed. Absolutely foolish. That was definitely a goal for Germany. No problem at all. Natasha says, I see it looks like Anthony Gordon is going to get dropped for England's next game against Panama. Thank goodness, Natasha. Now, Anthony Gordon, I'm not bad. I don't go in on him. I think he's a very good player. Barcelona level, let's see if he can earn it. I don't think he can do what Rashford has done at Barcelona. But he's trying too hard for England. And Rashford definitely needs to start, in my opinion. Yannick says, no, I think he did his thing. What you think? So you think Neuer is still okay, Yannick? Is that what you mean? Abdul says, Joe Hart as a pundit saying it's a foul. I don't know where he's going with that. Oh, and they got Lucas Leiva in the pundit's chair. Cool. Peter says Spurs are using the London thing for music contests and stuff to get their dough. They are, mate. They are. It was a foul. He kicked. This is the thing. Yeah, for me that definitely was a goal. If this were England, it would be a different story. Well, there you go, Abdul. Can't disagree. Natasha says knockout games on Sunday night, Canada versus South Africa. Is that the first game on Sunday, yeah? I didn't have a look at that. I haven't looked too far ahead, but I know there's going to be some good games. But I think there's going to be a couple of games where they're not so great, Natasha. But I guess from next week onwards, every game's going to be a knockout. Yannick says, do you know a link where you can say where you can see the real match or no? Not really. I mean, you can try. You can try. Here you go, Yannick. You can try this channel. Yannick, you can try that channel, and they usually will let you watch some football. It's very difficult for me to say because I'm in the UK. We get this on normal TV, so it's very easy. We get this on a terrestrial TV. But yeah, we have the BBC, but it won't be available for Yannick in Namibia probably. So you could try though. Try the bbc.co.uk. You could try. It will ask you if you have a TV license. Just say yes. But I don't know. Maybe in your country it might say you're not allowed to watch it. I don't know. But try those ones I said there or the bbc.co.uk. So you could try those, Yannick. No problem. Let us know if they work. And obviously it'd be lovely for you to stay in the chat as well. Arthur says, who you supporting? Who you asking that to, Arthur? And Natasha, yeah, Canada, South Africa. I mean, that'd probably be a good game. Who are you taking, Natasha? Let us know. That's cool, no problem. The thing is, as well, Yannick, I'll be talking about any big parts in the game anyway, so all good. Oh, Arthur was asking Natasha who she's supporting. I'm pretty sure off memory, Natasha's not a massive fan of England, I don't think, from what I recall. Maybe I'm wrong. Natasha, let us know. So looking at the Ivory Coast highlights, Yandi Amande looking decent on the left wing, some good feet. He wins the ball back so well, Yandi Amande. Puts it in, good assist. Bang. You can see why Liverpool won him. Nicolas Pepe. Where do you put in the link? You got to put it in the address bar. You know, just in the normal address bar up here. Here, look. I'll show you on my thing here. So have a look on my page there. So if you just go up there. Ah, it can't be reached. So that one has been blocked. Ah. So that Sportec one is done. But you can try the yeah, that first one doesn't work. The Total Sportec, it's finished. It's been cancelled, Yannick. Yeah, Yannick, the first one I said the Total Sportec, it's been cancelled. So I don't know any others. Let me try and think. I'll see if I can find one for you. Let me see if I can find. Abdul says, Diamande plays well against average and below par sides. I need to see him against big sides. I hear you, Abdul, but the thing is, you're going to see him against big sides because we are probably going to buy him, definitely. So, it's some problem with Diamande for us, Abdul, is that it's going to be a suck it and see. We're just going to have to see. And Natasha says, no, England ate crap. It's not coming home. I hear you, Natasha. I'm not. I think it's the defence that lets England down. I'm not having Ezri Konsa as a starting centre-back for a major nation. He's not good enough. Abdul says 120 million is a big risk. Arthur says, oh, I see. Arthur was saying, Natasha, who do you think, South Africa or Canada? I think Canada would be South Africa. I would say Canada. Peter says, I always support the underdog. Peter says to Natasha. Yannick, give me a moment. I'll look for you. Yannick, Arthur says, do you have a VPN? If you have a VPN, turn it on, and then you can go to the BBC website, and you can watch the football, all the games, no problem. Check out Arthur with the technology. Anyone would think that you had done the IT degree. and not me. Canada in trouble, my friend. At MRI Tribe says he's in Canada, but a top Liverpool channel. Abdul says, what is this Dear England about? Gareth Southgate, what trophies? I don't know. This Dear England was a play. I think it was more about the background noise of what was happening in the country in and around at the time. But yeah, I don't know. Yannick, I have it for you. 1 second. Thank you. We try. Yannick, this one will work. Even though we don't want to lose you, but this one will work. I've tried it. It works. It's the one I used to use before. It's Total Sporteki. They just changed. They added an extra letter because they obviously been cancelled in the past. But that will work. If it doesn't work straight away, try it again and it will work. And if you go to open a football stream and it gives you some nonsense, just close that, try it again, keep trying it. Eventually you will get a stream. Definitely. But thank you. I'm definitely better. And our environment is better as well. Abdul says, what was that documentary on Netflix about the hooligan who rioted in the Euro 2021? I don't know, my man. I tell you what though, Abdul, I remember during Euro 2020, I remember on the day of the final, and with my background, with certain jobs I've done, I knew there was going to be riots. I knew there was going to be a problem. I could see by the news at half time, the way fans were going up and down the country, I knew there was going to be a problem. You're welcome, Yannick. Okay, good. Let us know if it works. And if you want, you can have it on in the background, mute it, and stay in the chat. But yes, Natasha, if you're still there, what do you think? Canada or South Africa? Let us know. Who are we taking for the second half, people? I think Germany are struggling. I think they are struggling. This game has got... this game looks like it's got more goals in it. You could see probably Germany somehow sneaking it over the line 2-1. But yeah, it could easily just as easily be a draw, in my opinion. Arthur on them emojis. Yannick, let us know if it worked for you. Let us know if it worked, Yannick. Peter says, game of two halves with a twist as usual in the last 10 minutes. Could be right, Peter. Could be right. More importantly, what do you reckon about that big game tomorrow? That game I'm looking forward to. Norway versus France. That is going to be excellent. Because Norway's defence will give you chances. But, you know, with Haaland up top, geez. Anything is possible. So second half has kicked off. 3-2 France. I hear that. I think France will score 3. I'll be real. I think France will score 3. I'm thinking it'll be 3-1 to France. That's what I'm thinking. Big game for who tops the group, 100%. Leroy Sané on the wing here. Nemecha. Oh, wow. Penalty already. Oh, wow. Kai Havertz went down in slow motion. Kai Havertz went down in slow motion. He absolutely bought that penalty. Wow. They say I must log in. No, seriously, you don't have to log in. Right, Yannick, have a look there. Yannick, just follow what I do on this one, yeah? Have a look. Right. Right, Yannick, you looking? Right, watch. Do this. So just come in. Obviously, you've got the home page. It comes up here. Click on that. It's gonna keep doing this nonsense. Just go back. Keep hitting it. It's going to say that again, then you will get here. Look, see, bang. Now you press play. You just keep repeating until it works, yeah? It will work. I told you he bought that. So, yeah. So, you see that, Yannick? Let's go. Did it work? Give me the thumbs up in the chat. Did it work? And with that, you can watch any football. So what are they ruling out? They're ruling out the because of the Sané challenge. Abdul says. So I just want to see this penalty, then I'll answer you. 1 second. I just want to see the foul again. All right. Oh, she's ruling it out anyway. So she's going to rule it out for Sané's challenge. Yep, no pen. So it's still 1-1. And I was quick not to change the score anyway. Right, let's go. Yannick, let me know if it's working. Sorry, I think you did say yes, but let us know. And... You're welcome. Glad that you are sorted. Good, good, good. Right, so let me catch up with some of these. So Abdul says, Peter says top secret dude. Arthur says no pen. Abdul says MI5 or MI6, nope. Yannick says thank you. Peter says Ade in the professionals, hilarious. Ade and Doyle, mate. Bodie and Doyle back in the day. Abdul says, what did the female ref say again? She just said Sané fouled a player in the build-up. Before, releasing it before it got to the area, before Havertz was fouled. So it didn't even get to the Havertz challenge, to be honest. And Abdul says, was I in security, police or the army? No. With the soldier part is the fact I used to be playing arcade games and I'm a veteran of those arcade streets. But I was in one of those other positions. I was employed in one of those other positions, my man. Without going too deep into it. Oh, for you, a joker. Peter says, Abdul, I was in the army cadets in the 90s. It was pure dad's army. Dad's army stuff. And Arthur says, he wasn't police, Abdul. He wasn't police. Was it? Yeah, it was 68. It might have been. Goodness knows when it first came out. Nah, he looked it up. Arthur's new age. He would look at Google is his best friend, or Chat GPT. But yes, Abdul. Yeah, you didn't answer me before about your thoughts on the police exactly, and how it is up West Yorkshire way as well. I know sometimes it can be a bit contentious because it all depends on our experiences with the police and whatnot. You know, I've had experiences, good and bad, with the police myself personally, but I believe people's intentions are right. Sane, good drive and run into the box. Sane's definitely lost a lot of pace in the last year or so since going to Turkey and reaching 30 years of age. Sane has definitely slowed down. He used to be absolutely lightning. He's still fast, but he doesn't look lightning. Arthur didn't Google Tintagel Castle, home of King Arthur. Abdul says, West Yorkshire is generally good, but there are good and bad people. This is it, my brother. That's what I said earlier. That it's just every walk of life. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, I know a lot of one of my best friends is a police officer. And I know officers. And nobody joins for a bad reason, really. Obviously, there's always going to be a bad apple that joins, but you get that everywhere. I'd rather trust a policeman than a police person or police woman than a politician. I'll tell you that for nothing. So Germany are on the front foot of this game. They've taken more control. Sloppily given away there by William Pacho. But he's got good recovery pace. Musiala working well. Angelo Stillo in midfield, who came on. So Germany, good recycling of the ball. Oh, giving away sloppy. Angulo, the goal scorer. Wow, Joshua Kimmich has absolutely no pace. He should not be playing right back. Lovely ball played out to the right-hand side. Yeboah, driving run. Why didn't he cross? Checks back inside. Cuts inside. Oh. Why didn't he put in a cross first time? Puts it in second time. Crazy. Don't know why he checked back there. Anyway, fizzes it in. Comes off Rudiger for a corner. Good play there. Arthur says, stop with Tintagel. I don't live in Exeter. Peter says, Arthur, you can't be King Arthur then. King Peter of the care home. Arthur, what happened to ageist? Hypocrisy. Yannick, it says you have to be older than 18. To do what, Yannick? Just to watch? It doesn't know your age when you're clicking. So you don't need to, Yannick, you don't need to register or anything like that. It doesn't know how old you are. So yeah, all you need to do is just follow what I did there. Just keep clicking on it. It will work. But BBC, maybe you have to be 18. Yeboah the glower from Leeds. Wow, you remember that? Tony Yeboah for Leeds. Could that man score a rubbish goal? No, he couldn't. Just absolute bangers. Tony Yeboah, honestly. Ghanaian superhero. Such a player. Oh, good. This Angulo has got good feet. Wow, he is skinning these Germans. Wow. Yeah, it should work, Yannick. You saw me try. Yannick, did you see me do it on the stream? Peter says, Arthur, your banter exceeds your age. You're a clever. He definitely is a sharp one. 100%. Unless he's talking about Arsenal players, justifying how he'd keep Madueke over Wirtz. Okay. Other than his Arsenal takes, Arthur's all right. And Yannick says, okay. Yeah, did you see it work for me, Yannick? Or do you want me to show you again? Because Word sucks. Sometimes the thing is though, Arthur, it's like, and I'll be real with you, sometimes it's the price tag, isn't it? Once you take away the price tag, to be honest with you, if Madueke cost 25, 30 million like he should do, nobody would say anything. It's only because he cost 52, I think he's overpriced. If V.A.S cost 60 million, they wouldn't be going in on him. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. Peter says all Arsenal fans seem deluded. All Arsenal fans seem deluded. And Abdul says Curaçao's head coach is definitely a surfer. Do you know who he looks like? Oh no, are you talking about Ecuador's manager? You're talking about Ecuador's manager, Abdul? Because Ecuador's manager looks like Paulo Caniggia that used to play for Argentina. That's who he looks like to me. I don't know who he is though. Arthur says, Peter, I thought you were an Arsenal fan. No, he's a Liverpool fan. He knows ball. Yeah, Abdul. Yeah, Ecuador. Yeah, exactly. No, he looks like Paulo Caniggia. He reminds me of him anyway. Right, Tar with the ball, advancing to the halfway line, over to Joshua Kimmich, who I think has struggled at right back during this World Cup. Tar plays it into Musiala, good feet turn. Sane, Musiala's fouled. Stiller plays it out wide to Rudiger. God, Rudiger looks so slow on the ball. Lost it into the box. And Kai Havertz. They need to take off Havertz and put on Dennis Undav. Arthur says, like saying if a house is knocked down, that it costs £1 versus 7. Joker. Here, Abdul. He looks like Claudio Caniggia that used to play for Argentina. He played at Rangers at one point. Obviously played in Italy as well. This who reminds me of when I saw him. I thought it was him at first. Yannick says, big favour, my bro. Show the Germany game on the screen. No, I can't do that, my man. I'm not allowed to do that. My channel will get shut down. So I cannot do that, sadly. But that link I gave you should work. It should definitely work. I showed it anyway. I showed it earlier. I didn't show the game, but I showed you the process. Just click on, if you go to it, that channel I gave you, and just keep clicking on Ecuador, Germany, it will come. And on my say-so, the Germany manager has responded. Off goes Havertz for Undav. And Thiaw is coming on at centre-back. And Kimmich is coming off, yep. Funny enough, the two players I just mentioned. I just said Joshua Kimmich is having a poor tournament at right-back because he's not a right-back. He could do that role for Germany 5 years ago. But he's 31 now. He just doesn't have that pace anymore. Not that he had the pace. And Kai Havertz having a bit of an average Arsenal game up top, to be honest, Arthur, has been replaced by Undav, who actually looks dangerous. But yeah, sorry, Yannick, can't show the game like that, I'm afraid. But yeah, just keep trying the link. Musiala gets away from 2 players on the byline. Great skill, but out-muscled. Basically, what he's saying, Peter, is that it doesn't matter how much the house costs. If it's a pilot, it's a load of rubble that needs getting knocked down. But I don't know why he's been so harsh on Florian Wirtz. I have no idea. Florian Wirtz, 2 times Bundesliga Player of the Season. One of the most gifted youngsters in world football. You know, I remember 5 years ago when Kai Havertz was the gifted player in German football. But he's achieved very well. He's won stuff, but achieved not much individually. Put it that way. Oh, Valencia saved by Neuer. Shot from 25 yards out from Enner Valencia, and a good save from Neuer, who punches it out. Yannick, what do you mean by why, bro? Let me know. Peter says, Arthur versus Wirtz. I know who my money's on. I know, I think Arthur might take out Florian Wirtz, to be honest. McMauler says, Ade, bro, you start a league name is Bundesliga. No, Bundesliga. 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 So Ecuador need the win. And they are putting a lot of pressure on Germany. I think Germany would be very happy to get away with a draw here. 100%. Yeah, sorry, Yannick, what was the question? Let me know. I'm happy to answer. Right, shot by Wirtz, blocked by Pacho. Germany attacking in the box. Angelo Stiller puts it across. Saved by Galindez. Good take. No boo. Our own name, Bundesliga. We don't copy. Arthur said it's on the official BBC football channel. Yeah, he can't access it though, because he is in Namibia. He obviously can't open it. Peter says, McMauler added as a fantasy football league if you are interested. Yeah, McMauler, do you play fantasy football? Arthur says on YouTube. The thing is that, Arthur, I'm pretty sure if you try to access certain things, even if it's a whatnot, it just auto-detects that you're not in the same country, I'm pretty sure. But obviously, because we usually only look up UK stuff, it works. BBC Football YouTube channel. Did they have one, yeah? Let's have a look. Ivory Coast have scored 2. Oh, that's a good finish. Nicolas Pepe, of ex-Arsenal player, slapped in 2 goals. Wow. Sangare with the assist. Nicolas Pepe with his second goal. Ooh. And if you remember, guys, I'm very close to my predictions. I said 2-1 Germany and 3-0 Ivory Coast. There were 24 minutes to go. I'm leading the race. I'm getting close to my predictions. And Peter says, can Ade break his commentator's curse? Let's see. Yannick says, you play soccer? I used to, my man. Not to any high level, but I used to play Sunday League. We call it Sunday League in England. So, yeah, not bad. I used to play at right back and central midfield, sometimes winger, but I was better at right back was my position. How about you, Yannick? Do you play football? And how old are you as well, if you don't mind me asking? But my football days are behind me. But my son is 17. He plays football for an academy. So, yeah. Arthur in the chat, he plays football. He plays football for his local team. I used to play for my school when I was a kid. Ah, does that work as well? So, Undav. Ooh, Vert's good feet. They're unlucky. Hey, Yannick. That's good to hear, man. Keep it up. Are you a big guy for your age? Because you want to be a goalkeeper, you got to be big. That's really cool because Arthur, he is also a goalkeeper as well. And he is 13. So we have a 13-year-old English kid who is a goalkeeper. And we have a 12-year-old German kid who is the best in his whole school as well. That's good to see. Who knows? Maybe you guys are future goalkeepers. Maybe we will see you in the World Cup in 10 years' time, Yannick. And Arthur, who knows? You bet. Let's hope so, man. I wish you good luck. But hopefully you end up very tall. Yannick, is your father tall? Your mother tall? Because you have to be, especially in 10 years' time, you need to be 6'2", 6'3" to be a goalkeeper. But yeah, I tried that YouTube thing, Arthur. It didn't work. It just kept showing live, obviously, other watch-alongs, or it showed fan crowds. I don't think they're allowed to show it, to be honest, on YouTube. Peter says, I was a goalkeeper, most important position on the pitch. Honestly, you need a good goalkeeper. Yannick says, we don't have a lot of soccer, but we play rugby and cricket. Fair enough. So is that the main sports being played in Namibia? Yeah, I know Namibia play rugby. Cricket. Didn't know they play cricket, though. Arthur says, BBC Football YouTube channel. Ah, I see. Yeah, of course we know cricket. Yeah, we played cricket when we were kids here. Yannick, we found a game for you on YouTube. I'll put the link in. Hold on 1 minute. It's on the BBC football channel. It's with the Sidemen. They're doing a watch along. Them guys. So Yannick here, go here. I'll show you. I mean, I'll show you quickly. I mean, the chance of anyone coming to my channel is remote like that. So go here, Yannick. So you see, go here. So you go BBC Football, this here, and this link here. The Sidemen are doing a watch along of the game. So they are watching the game, doing their stuff without KSI, obviously. So you can click on that, and look, they are watching the game. Look, but they're doing it there. So you can, yeah. So it's there. Oh, so Yannick, did you see that? Let me know, because I'm going to turn it off. So did you see that? Let me know if you saw that, Yannick, yeah? But yeah, in this country, yeah, cricket is big. And Neuer nearly absolutely throws one in. Okay, so it's working. Good, good. Another chance there for Ecuador. And cricket was made in our country, in England, originally, Yannick. Obviously, I'm sure people were hitting balls with sticks, many, but the real rules of cricket. Can't watch in this country. Oh, sorry, bro. Tried, honestly. It's just that thingy. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I don't know. Maybe it's just protected. I don't know, Yannick. Sorry, my man. But Germany are struggling against Ecuador. I can tell you that right now. At the moment, it looks like if anyone's going to win, it's going to be Ecuador. Oh, for you. You're a comedian, honestly. Yannick says, yeah, thanks for your support. No problem. Sorry, my man. It's very difficult. But yeah, unfortunately, if you show content online like this, they will shut you down. So, yeah, yes, Arthur, they do. They really do. Because there's so much rights to it and whatnot. People can obviously misuse the footage, etc. Well, the reason, I just answered Yannick. But a lot of the time it's because it's just international rights. And because ultimately, how can you put it? It's lots of things we do with sponsorship and all this sorts of stuff. So, you know, everybody wants to take it's called it intellectual property. Everyone wants to complain about it. So it's like, I'll give you an example, right, guys? So obviously you're going to know why. But at the start of the World Cup, even though my channel is new and obviously relatively quite small, not quite small, very small, I was approached by, round with a good cross into the box. Who was that? Stiller had a good chance for Germany, but just missed it. Yeah, anyway, so I was approached at the beginning of the World Cup by a Brazilian YouTube channel that said, I see some of your watch-alongs. Can I use your highlights in our videos? Now, if they'd have just used it without my permission, then I could shut down their channel, or I could report them to YouTube, and YouTube do a 3 strikes policy like baseball. 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strike. They shut you down forever. You're done. So you have to be so careful with what you show. So now nobody takes a chance. So yeah, you just can't show what you want. And if you do, you're at risk of being shut down. So, right, here we go. Zane into the box. Oh my days. He basically kicks the floor. Poor. Arthur says, did you let them? I didn't, mate, to be honest. I was thinking about it, but I thought at first, you have to be quite cautious. When people approach you, it's like everything. Why? You have to ask, why do you want to use, why do you want my stuff? So in the end, I just thought, is it worth it? And I thought, nah. I don't want to do anything that could be abused, but ultimately, I probably should have done it. Wow, Rodriguez with a chance there. Headed down, Angulo. Chest the ball. It floats high into there. It drops down into his left peg. He swings a foot at it, and it goes over. But good defending from Tar. Angulo can't sort his feet out. Good block by Stiller and Tar. That would have been 2-1 right there. But Sane took a start on the previous chance, and he kicked the ground. He should have scored there, Leroy Sane. So both teams could have gone 2-1 up in the last few minutes. How many subs did they have? I can't remember, Arthur, to be honest. But to be honest with you, I'm not bothered by that because ultimately, you could... cross comes in, headed in. Neuer's in! 2-1 Neuer. Awful mistake. As I said, Neuer is past it. Awful. Ecuador are shocking the world. It's 2-1 Ecuador. Unbelievable. We need to see the replay to see exactly what happened. But it is 2-1. We're going to see on the replay here. Neuer. Wow. So Plata takes the goal. Florian works shown on the side. Undav is on, yes, Yannick. He was on about 10 minutes ago. Dennis Undav. Kai Havertz went off. Right, corner comes in. The angles are so poor. Corner comes in, flicks on, and Neuer doesn't respond. He's on the line. Takes too long to come out. It gets headed on by Angulo. Knocks down to Playa. And it's right in Neuer's hands. But he doesn't take it. And Plata just quickly knocks it out his hands. Into the goal. Neuer too slow. Too old, too slow. Poor from Neuer. Really poor. McMauler says, Vamos, me told upset by God wish. McMauler, you did say? Wow, unbelievable. Honestly, Neuer, I think, honestly, Yannick, I think Neuer is done. I think the first goal was a great shot, but he didn't move his feet. He could barely dive properly. And in that one, he was just too slow. Reactions, too slow. Ecuador, shock of the tournament. Well, maybe not shocking as Spain not beating Cape Verde, but this is actually a defeat. Wow. Yannick says, nah, I'm sub. Nah, I hear you, Yannick. It's cool. We hear you. McMorland, this World Cup be like helicopter. Yeah, Peter is doing the judgment. The game is the game. That's right, Arthur. The game is the game. Right, Germany, what can they do in the next 10 minutes? Good night, I'm tired, I'm sad on the same time. It's cool, Yannick. You still got to the next round, my man, so don't worry. Germany are still in the tournament. And hopefully see you soon, my man. Good luck with the goalkeeping. Do well at school and look after yourself. Ooh, Neuer comes out and saves. But yeah, lovely to meet you. And hopefully we can see you again. Have a good night. Peter says, McMauler, there's always times, twists and turns in the last 10 minutes, bro. Peter is a big advocate for that. McMauler, yep. But wow, we have a massive shock. Take care, Yannick. You want to see the next 10 minutes, see what happens. Right, so Tar playing it across to Rudiger. Ecuador all over Germany at the moment. So Plata, the goal scorer. He's on the right wing now. Stands up Stiller, goes past him easily. Arthur says 23-1. McMorris says, common Ecuador, put outside the box pass for another corner goal. They're the ones pushing for another goal. They're looking the more dangerous side. They're playing with a lot of flair and skill, tricks and all sorts. And Gula wins the ball back there. Stiller goes down, looking for the foul, but doesn't get it. Germany are rattled. So we're going to have a really good last 10 minutes here. I actually think Ecuador has the better central defence out of these two teams. Pacho and Joel Ordonez is better than Rudiger and Tar. How are they going to play against... Yeah, exactly, Yannick. I know. This is the thing. Like, when you're getting through to the next round, if you're struggling against Ecuador, what chance do Germany have against France, Spain, and probably Brazil as well? I think Brazil, it's still close. With Germany and Brazil, it's still close. But against France and Spain, I don't think Germany has no chance. Yeboah, oof. If a better pass from Ecuador, that could have been 3-1. So Musiala now advancing. Germany need to get a stranglehold of the game. They're struggling to keep possession, Germany. They can't hold on to the ball. Portugal and Argentina. I think Germany could hang with Portugal. Argentina, no. I think Argentina are about Portugal. I think Germany are about the sixth best team, maybe. I think Germany couldn't beat England, France, Spain, or Argentina. Germany could not beat those guys, in my opinion. But maybe Portugal and Germany, Brazil are about the same at the moment, I think. Yeah, in 2014 team, yes. Well, yeah, you were the best then. The Muller-Ozil duo. And of course the young star at the time, Mario Götze, who we all thought was going to go on to become one of the world's truly great players. But a lot of injuries for young Super Mario. It didn't happen. Oh, you know the player I used to love in the German team? That's the one I wanted at Liverpool. Marco Reus. I love that guy. Oh my God. Such a player. That is, for me, yeah, and unfortunately to have a few injuries when he's late 20s, but, oh, you're sad, Leonard Carl. Yeah, it would have been nice to see him on the world stage, you're right. You're right, Yannick. Yeah, Leonard Carl, very good young player. Bad injuries, well, I think he's done ACL, I think. He's going to be out for 7-8 months, I think. But he's so young, he can come back. Florian Wirtz had ACL when he was young, 17, 18. But he's still, you know, so he can recover. Oh, nice flick there. Yeah, I hear you on the emojis, man. So Germany get a free kick here. The referee not giving Germany much. But wow, what a shock we have. 4 minutes to go. Arthur says he's kind of meh. Who do you mean, Arthur? What, Marco Reus? No, you can't be. He good. Marco Reus was unbelievable. Love that player. Yeah, Mario Götze, he ended up being very, very underwhelming. Disappointing. Should have had a much better career, but injuries as well, that's the problem. Injuries will finish you. Once Mario Götze got the injuries, his star was rising like that. After the injuries, it's just... Oh, Carlon Royce is a W. Yeah, Marco Royce, I love that guy. Honestly, I wanted him at Liverpool every summer. I wanted him. Such a brilliant player. Oh, Arthur, you think Leonard Carl is average? He scored some very good goals for Bayern. Still so young as well. Plenty of time to develop and improve. "50 years without a single emoji. Total Aunt Grandad." That's it. Well, there's different ways of communicating, Peter, as you know. The future generations will try and get away without the written word. They're already, butchering the language. At least Arthur is holding it up. Obviously a little bit of slang, but, he's got a good vocabulary. And Arthur says, "At least you know what it is, Unc." There you go. Right, Raum sets in the free kick, edge of the box. Is it going to go for a corner? So Germany have a corner. They had a free kick by the corner flag. And now Germany have a corner from the right side. It's placed down by Raum. So you can't sow this last minutes of the game. Yeah, it's the last minute, so you got a minute and a half left. Ball comes in, good corner, but it's cleared by Ecuador. Are you saying I can't? I definitely can't show it, my man. No chance. Right, Angelo Stiller now, left wing. Oh, that's a bad tackle. That's going to be a yellow card there. Who was that on? That was on Plata, the goal scorer. He chopped down Musiala. That's a bad challenge, that is, as well. Musiala could have made more of it. That's a horrible challenge. Really bad tackle on Musiala. Plata, the goal scorer. Poor yellow that was. Right, so Raum again from the left-hand side. He's about 35 yards out, but by the throw-in line, he's about to put in a cross with his left foot. Let's see what he can do. So a minute left of normal time. Raum puts in the cross. What strong defending by Ecuador. Sliced clearance, poor. Header, knocking in the box. Germany, can the ball into headed? The ball is staying in the air. Ecuador clear. Germany looking desperate. Ecuador on the break now. Plata on the right wing. Right, he's put a pull ball into the box. Neuer picks up. It's nearly the last... Yeah, it's nearly there, Yannick. It's nearly there. We're on 89 minutes. We're just going to find out how much additional time there is. Germany look desperate. They look frantic. What have they got left? Right, ball played in but cleared by Pacho. The best centre-back on the pitch. Brilliant. 7 minutes. Still time, Yannick. Still time. 7 minutes. And Germany, they scored last minute, didn't they, in the last game? To make it 2-1. My prediction for this game was 2-1, but it was Germany 2-1. But no, unfortunately for Yannick, it is 2-1 Ecuador. But my prediction was 2-1 Germany, but wasn't close in the end. Ivory Coast game is 2-0. I think I was the closest with that one. Right, Raum into the box. Musiala in the box. Still wins it, loses it, but wins it back. Angelo Stiller recycles. Left wing now, Raum. Puts it in the box. Cleared again by Pacho. Drops in the Mecha. Right, Gross. Right side, is he going to win anything? Nope. Right, Ecuador win the ball. They're looking for the fast break. Plata, good play from him. Germany hunting the ball down. Oh, lovely take from Caicedo. Oh, that's going to be offside. Neuer recycles it. Over to Stiller. Hot sausage, Arthur. Let's keep it PG, lad. All right, Germany now. Ecuador, very deep. They're trying to survive for... Trying to survive. Yo, Sep Pats, how you doing, my man? Hope you're good, bro. Ecuador don't want to play another game for at least a week after this heroic effort. They're throwing bodies in the line of fight here. Bravo. It's amazing performance at Pats. I predicted Germany 2-1, but Ecuador have been phenomenal, haven't they? Germany have been very disappointing, to be fair. Round with the ball. All right, Musiala takes a lovely turn. Can he get a shot away? Oh, it was Undav, sorry. Good feet by Undav, but he was very close. He was about 5 yards out by the edge of the box. Tries a cute angle, but he was never going to beat the keeper from there. Arthur says Nando's. Talking about that peri-peri talk. Yannick was Yep, unlucky Yannick. No, it was impossible angle to score from, but at least he got effort. There's still time though, there's still time. We need a hero comes to mind at St. Pat's. But yeah, St. Pat's been a phenomenal effort, hasn't it? Been a really good game, actually. I think Ecuador really deserved this. Yannick says Undav's knees got to lock in. Yeah, it was impossible. What he was doing, he was better off trying to pass it back and trying to somebody to put it in a cross. But I suppose there was a slight chance. Right, Tar with the ball. Sane. Ecuador, if they don't win, they are out of the tournament. They have to keep this result or they are gone. What a performance from Ecuador. They needed this to stay in the tournament. Arthur says Peter's definitely a Tory. Nah, Peter's definitely not a Tory. Exactly, Peter. That's what I was trying to say. Right, Bayer with a throw in into the box. Poor throw in by Bayer. Went for the long throw, but it was awful. Yannick says, please, Germany, I need this. My mama kinda homeless. Oh, it goes for a volley. Pascal Gross went for a volley 20 yards out. Swinging his left foot, spinning volley. Honestly, Neuer, I showed a goal again. It was so poor from Neuer. The Ecuador fans going crazy when the goal went in. Florian Wirtz patting his head thinking, what is going on? Yeah, Neuer, honestly, Yannick Neuer, he was great, but no longer, honestly. Awful today. But German backup goalkeepers are not very good. They're pretty old themselves. Oliver Baumann, he's a veteran. Who else? Can't remember the other one. You could play for them, Yannick. Big, is that the backup goalkeeper? I think the backup goalkeeper for Germany on the bench. Nubel, Oliver Nubel. Ter Stegen, yeah, but he doesn't even get in the squad. Obviously, after having a bad season for Barcelona, being injured, etc. But yeah, Ter Stegen should be the German number one, definitely. Oh, he's going to... Good foul there, won by Plata. Pascal Gross brings down a platter. Only 30 seconds to go. Some of the Ecuador fans crying in the crowd. Right, so are they going to cross it or are they going to put it by the corner to waste time and see out the game? Good night, Yannick. I think it is done. It's done! And Ecuador have beaten Germany 2-1. Massive shock in this tournament. One of the biggest of the tournament so far. Probably not as big a shock as Cape Verde drawing to Spain. But ultimately, Ecuador beating Germany is massive. Yannick says flip night. But good night, young man. Hope you are well and hope to see you again. Don't worry, Germany's still in the tournament. It's okay. At least, maybe sometimes you lose. You can push on forward next time. Let's see. St. Pat says, Ecuador, famous for Panama hats and bananas. Who knew? And now football. Exactly, St. Pat's. Scotland are out. And this is the thing. This is what I didn't understand about, wow, the manager is up in the crowd hugging his family. He is absolutely ecstatic. What a beautiful sight. Wow. Incredible. The manager is in tears, like on the sidelines. I can't believe it. He's up in the crowd, like hugging all his family. Incredible. Wow. To come from 1-0 down to beat Germany, that is some result. Wow. The manager is balling, little kids crying, grown men crying, players on the pitch crying. They've made it through. It's a beautiful story, really. Absolutely sensational stuff. Wow. Brilliant. They really did deserve that game. They were the better team. Disappointing from Germany, 100%. Oh, McMauler, sorry as well. I didn't answer your question earlier when I was asking about fantasy football. I mean, you could play for fun, but there is not a gambling component, but there is an entry cost. And you can win a prize, but it's friendly. It's not really gambling, really, but I know it involves money, so sometimes it's just, you can't do. So I understand. Peter says, happy days and underdog wins. I don't vote either. Even though I have a vote, I do not vote. Me personally. Cream voter, boy. Oh no, this kid, he's wild, isn't he, Arthur? He's a wild one. But that's why he fits in with the channel. He's got that personality. And that's why they call him King Arthur. Ooh. McMauler, sorry, usually European money involvement things mostly will path into gambling. Yeah, no, I hear that, my man. And obviously, yeah, it definitely can be like that. But, I mean, me personally, I've been doing my competition for about, my fantasy football competition, for about 6 years. It's very small. There's usually about 40 to 50 people that I kind of either know or work with or have worked with. And it's just a fun thing. It lasts for the whole football season. And it's a good competition. And it's a nice way to kind of enjoy the football and connect. I think my competition will be bigger this year because I will have it on my channel as well. So more people will see it and probably want to join. Because lots of people so many people in the world do fantasy football. And yeah, but anyway, each to their own. So all good. And Arthur said, this is why they call me the king. So humble. He's such a humble king. Such a humble young king. No one votes here, so we can't take the pee. So annoying. Well, this is it. See, I don't vote, so, you know. I've got absolutely zero interest in politics. You know what it is? Nothing ever changes. Nothing ever changes. It's just a big old fat waste of time. They should have a think tank that runs the country with the best interests of all countries at heart. And instead of wasting money on advertisements, propaganda, etc., why not just put it back into the country, reinvest it into the country, and make people's lives better? But Morla says, if you have Google search name Hashim Amla, if you can, bro. Who? Hashim Amla. Let's have a look. I think I've heard of that name, but I don't know who it is, but I've heard of the name. And what was the Ivory Coast score? 2-0, yeah. Yeah, I looked him up, Hashim Amla. Oh, so he's a former South African cricketer. I don't know, did he do something? Pete looks like Keir. Just a haircut. Keir Starmer. That's do you remember when Keir Starmer admitted to taking free Arsenal seats and tickets and stuff, and it's like, didn't even think before he opened his mouth. Can't take freebies. These politicians always getting freebies, and you know, got to remember what you're taking off of people. Yeah, McMorla, I looked up that player. What is the big deal about him? Let me know. Oh, what a day! What a day. He got a 50% pay cut for his every match in 70 years career. Oh, because of... Why? Because he was he Islamic? Because he was giving it back for religious purposes? Is that what you mean? Arthur says, Peter, I am the king. You are just a peasant. Damn. Fighting talk, Peter. Fighting talk. McMorris says he wanted to remove the sponsor name of South African cricket from his dress because that was an alcohol company. Wow. See, that is what you call principles. See, I respect that. See, that's phenomenal. And so he took a pay cut accordingly. Brilliant. See, that's what you get when a man or woman believes in their principles. That's what it should be. Arthur says, and then... Peter says, of course my liege. You won't know what that means till he Googles it. Some banter in the chats. Peter says, more lots of Prem teams take betting money. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. At one point, Peter wasn't there. There was 13 out of the 18 Premier League teams that had betting companies as their sponsors, which is incredible, really. Absolutely incredible. And honestly, gambling is such a disease. It is a massive disease. And I don't gamble. I don't drink alcohol, and I don't gamble. So, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Sadly, there's too many things that have got the stranglehold on this country. But yeah, I like that. I like that fact, Mauler. Very good facts. Sounds like a good guy. I always like people that have, their principles at heart. So that's very good. World's biggest money league is the IPL. In India, I'm going to play Tuesday and mysteriously disappeared. But the reason in cheers girls. What did he do? Did he fall foul? Corruption? What do you mean? Arthur says, it's a feudal term that I learned about at school as well. As a feudal system, I'm at the top and you're at the bottom of that. This kid. Peter, he's got too much chat for you, man. He's got way too much chat. There's only one man on this channel he can't handle. That's right. I could see the sneer as you type that, Arthur. It's thinking, this fool. All good. All good. We love to see it. Well, exactly. Professionals, Peter. That's what we are. Natasha, welcome back. Natasha, Elliot Anderson to City, £130 million. Disgusting. And those idiots are going to pay it. That's the thing, isn't it, Natasha? I think I heard this yesterday that Nottingham Forest said they're not selling for less than 120 to 130. So are you telling me they're actually going to buy this guy for 130 million? And Natasha, we can't get 30 million for Curtis Jones. What an absolute... So imagine £100 million more for Anderson over Curtis Jones. Natasha, it is crazy. And did you enjoy that shock, Natasha? Ecuador, little Ecuador beating the mighty Germany. That's a bit harsh. Bosbeck, 20 million maybe a steal, yeah. But yeah, crazy stuff. And apparently Natasha is getting close. We're inching closer to Diamande getting the deal done. So that's good. Oh wow, Natasha. Yeah, so Natasha, it's done. Record fee, it's agreed for Elliot Anderson. Wow. I can't believe that. £130 million. Elliot Anderson. £130 million. £5 million more than what Liverpool paid for Isak. Remember, you're buying Isak, a striker, a difference maker at the top end of the pitch, who had 2 to 3 good seasons in the Prem. And he's a striker, one of the hardest positions to find. Liverpool paid 125 million. And now, 12 months later, we are seeing Elliot Anderson. A good midfielder, a decent midfielder, 130 million midfielder? Wow. That is rubbish. A rubbish deal. It was a great film. The Goonies was a great film. Arthur says you star in it. Savage. All right, enough of the Goonies chat. What do we think of this Elliot Anderson deal? 130 million, it's been agreed. City and Forest. 130 million pounds for Elliot Anderson. I am blown away. Arthur says 130 for a ginger. 130 million for... Well, look, 130 million... He isn't... I know he's not that good. Yeah, definitely he's not that good. But this is the thing. 130 million... You know, Vinicius Jr. has 1 year left on his contract at Real Madrid. Now, let's say technically speaking he didn't sign. How much would Vinicius Jr. cost with a year to go on his contract? You could probably get Vinny Jr. for 130 million. And you're buying Elliot Anderson for 130 million. Elliot Anderson is like 25% of what Steven Gerrard was. Crazy work by Man City, but, you know. Wow. Depending on the formation they play, you know, if Rodri's fit, he's not better than Rodri. Honestly, 70 at most for Arthur says. Yeah, I mean, going on prices these days. Look, put it this way, Arthur. Like, money has moved on, right? Even in this last 12 months, the money has moved on. So let's say you guys bought Zubamendi for 50. Now, if that was this summer, Zubamendi would cost 70. Yeah? We agree on that? Roughly around that? If Zubamendi is worth 70 million to buy, how can Elliot Anderson cost 130? I think Elliot Anderson is obviously a little bit more robust than, say, a Zubamendi, for example. A little bit more pace, a bit more energy, a bit more bite. But he's not exactly massively better than Elliot Anderson. Best example of Elliot Anderson is that when Arsenal bought Declan Rice for 105 million, Elliot Anderson isn't better than that version of Declan Rice was 2.5 seasons ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, Declan Rice was better then than what Elliot Anderson is now. Do you know what I mean? And Declan Rice has got better. So it's like, how can that be 130 million? It's just like, it's absolutely foolishness. It's disgusting. Peter says, McMauler, money equal power. Just don't seek power and you need not worry about money. There you go, word. Facts. 100%. But yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy deal. Disgusting. Unbelievable. See, that's the thing, though. See, that's the thing. I disagree with that. I think he was excellent. I know why he was in the running, but he just had you know what it is with Declan Rice? He had a little bit of a poor period. Once again, he was a player that struggled to put it all together for the whole season. He was excellent at the start. Had a bit of a quiet, say, November to January. It looked like the wheels are falling off. He's run out of energy, but he finished the season really strongly. But yeah, whereas, to be fair, Bruno Fernandes was just good the whole year. So it is what it is. But that's just my opinion. Peter says, with the club scouting and data departments, I don't know who's scouting. Look, the thing with Anderson is that there was that game when Forest came to Anfield and they bopped us off the park 3-0. And Anderson, he ran Liverpool ragged. I was very impressed, to be fair. But they talk about players. Elliot Anderson has nearly been relegated twice in a row. Do you know what I mean? His team's finished 17th and, 16th, 17th twice in a row. They nearly got relegated twice. And he's costing 130. 115, 116 charges as well. Is it even a right move? It's actually like, if I'm Elliot Anderson, I'd wait to see what happens with the Premier League ruling. Imagine that they go down or they get a 30-point deduction or something. You're playing for nothing. So, I don't know. Crazy, crazy stuff. Peter says, even if they're the best 130 is 4 players, you've got to be in PSG position just to need 1 player. Yeah, well, this is it. This is it. But, yeah, Man City, I guess overall, going into next season, if they don't get any punishment, then they're obviously going to be in a strong position. There's not many things that they need in their team. But I think they need another winger. Because Savinho ain't it. Obviously, they got Doku, who's okay. Semenyo's brilliant. Obviously, Haaland's brilliant. Rodri getting a bit. Maybe Elliot Anderson. They just see him as the long-term Rodri replacement. I think Rodri will probably be off to Real Madrid in about a year's time on a free. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I'll take Elliot Anderson at Liverpool all day long, but not for 130 million. No chance. Yeah, Pete, exactly. They don't really need many players. They only need 1 or 2 just to, round off the edges, which he will do. He's going to be good for them, but 130 million. And what does that do for the rest of the transfer market? That's the question. What does it do for the rest of the market? Imagine now you want to buy Adam Morton from Crystal Palace. They're going to say, well, give us, if he's 130, you've got to give us 110. It's just, where does it end? It's just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Bubble bursting, inflation, risky. Exactly. This is it, Peter. And that's the thing as well. A lot of people are turning away from football. A lot of people are getting bored of the systemic and the systematic approach to the game. And ultimately, the bubble could burst. And then what have you got? You've got players that are earning that. And if the money kind of fell out of football, even by say 15, 20%, there'd be a lot of football clubs in a lot of trouble. Talking about some clubs that go to the wall. Could even go out of business. People need to be careful that it's not, some people think that football's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I think it's already peaked, to be honest. Maybe the revenues keep going because of, there's more revenues, but I think the interest in football has definitely peaked. And it can definitely go backwards. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. It's got to be exciting, attacking football to attract fans, 100%. And it hasn't been that for a long, long time. But, I blame Arthur's team. I blame Mikel Arteta. No, but seriously though, football has been going that way for the last 2-3 years anyway, so it is what it is. It is what it is. No one's paying for free subscriptions on TV either, even a hardcore. Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's like, Arthur says, Super Mick. Super Mick. Football could definitely go to the wall, in my opinion. And, what people are paying for. I mean, I don't know what people are paying for with Super Lego Head. But yeah, that's the thing. There's people out there that are paying nearly 200 quid for their Sky subscription. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, not everything can go wrong. Do you know what I mean? Everything can go wrong. Football could definitely lose its way. So, we shall see. We shall see. But on that note, I'm going to turn it in. I'm feeling super tired. Been a busy day, long out in the sun. So thank you everyone for joining. Let's have a big thanks to everyone on the stream. We've got the main man like Peter. My liege. The youngster. King Arthur. Sir Pat's dropped in. McMauler, the legend. We've had Natasha dropping a bomb regarding Elliot Anderson. We had Miss Lauren in earlier. Who else did we have in? We had the youngster from Namibia, Yannick. So yeah, we've had a good few in, and we've had a good old laugh, good old chat. We've seen a massive shock with Ecuador beating Germany. And on that note, I'm going to call it a day because I'm just about hanging in there. So hopefully I'll see you guys later. Going to do the big game tomorrow. We've got Erling Haaland versus Super Kylian Mbappe, which is going to be a banger. I'm sure there's going to be at least 4 goals in that game. Just going to see who's going to get the most of them. Is it going to be Kylian? Is it going to be Erling? So that's what it's all about. But yeah, have a lovely day tomorrow, guys. Stay warm. It's going to be even hotter, remember. It's going to be even hotter tomorrow. So Arthur, I'm not sure if your school's closing early, but it's going to be even hotter, so look after yourself. Peter, stay safe, stay hydrated. And my name is Ade. I'm the veteran arcade soldier. And on that note, I will see you later. If you do see this back later, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate everything. Arthur, he's getting out of there at 12 midday. You stay safe. And on that note, I'll see you later. Take care and good night.